How many of you have been looking for a white interior paint color that leans a little bit more on the blue side, but it's not too blue? Well, maybe today's your lucky day, or maybe many of you didn't realize that Pure White by Benjamin Moore is actually considered a blue white. So today's color review is Pure White by Benjamin Moore. I'm going to show you why that this paint color is considered a blue white, and I'm going to show you why it's so important to compare Pure White to both your fixed and furnished items that you may have in your home. And I'm going to give you 3 valuable tips that you should know before deciding to paint Pure White in your home. I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again. There is no such thing as a go-to white paint color. Anyone who claims that they have a go-to white paint color tells me that they don't know how to work with white paint colors. Pure White is no different. It depends on the type of interior decor and the fixed elements that you may have in your home. So, having said that, let's take a closer look at Pure White and let's talk about the undertones. Right here is Benjamin Moore Pure White, and watch what happens when I compare it to Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore. Notice how you see a little bit of gray in Pure White. Now, watch what happens when I compare it to Ceiling White. Notice how you see a little bit of the blue in Pure White. Now you know why Pure White is considered a blue-white paint color. By the way, if you're new here to this channel, feel free to subscribe. I give you valuable information just like you're seeing right here in this video. I talk about anything related to color for both the interior and the exterior of your home. Next, I'm going to show you why it's so important to compare Pure White with both your fixed and furnished items that you may have in your home. Anytime I'm looking for the perfect white paint colors for my client, the first thing I do is I look at the colors that they have in their interior decor. Then I determine what are the undertones in both their fixed and furnished items that they have in their room. That's a major part of getting it right, but there are other factors to consider. That's a different topic for another time. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of what I'm talking about and why it's so important to compare Pure White with both your fixed and furnished items that you may have in your home. Right here's Pure White. Now watch what happens when I put this Tuscan gold fabric here. Notice that these two are not a good match. This is a dirty and a clean color. Also, the undertones do not pair well. Now watch what happens when I compare this with this pink fabric. They go beautifully together. This is a clean on a clean, and the undertones are a good match. Now I'm going to show you 2 examples on comparing Pure White with 2 different fixed elements. Right here's Pure White. Now watch what happens when I compare it to this Tuscan countertop. They don't pair well together. It's a classic case of clean and dirty, and the undertones do not go well together. Now watch what happens when I compare with this floor tile that has blue-gray undertones. It's a beautiful match. Now you know why every home requires its own unique interior paint color based on the interior decor and the fixed elements. Pure White is not made for every home, and now you can see why I never have a go-to paint color for any home. Tip number 1, always consider the outside elements that you may have in your room. What do I mean by that? Anything that's outside your windows. It could be your tree, it could be an ocean, it could be a lake, or it could be a building. You will be surprised on how the outside colors will influence the way Pure White will react in your room. Tip number 2, never paint your trim color the same color as your ceiling. And tip number 3, anytime that you're going to paint your floor trims, be sure that it has the right contrast of colors, and be sure to compare it with your wall paint color, because the last thing you want it to do is to look dirty. So, white paint colors are complicated. I get it. So take your time and always compare Pure White with both your fixed and furnished items that you may have in your room. If you don't get this right, it could end up being a costly mistake, and I don't want that to happen to you. Pure white is a beautiful white paint color. It's got a nice touch of blue and a nice drop of gray. As long as you know how to pair this paint color correctly in your home, it will add the perfect contrast of colors for you. So what do you think of pure white? Or have you painted your home a white paint color and it didn't turn out the way you hoped it would? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear about it. So if you need help on finding the perfect paint color and you want it professionally done, then feel free to check out the link in the description section down below. I show you how I can help you with any of my online packages, regardless where you live in North America. If you found value of watching this video, put a like and feel free to share it as well. Until then, I will see you in the next video.